Hello and welcome back to my channel for another fabulous speed build. Today, if you could not tell by the title of the video, we are building one of, if not two of, some of my absolute favorite things to build in The Sims 4. We are building not only a family home, but a family home that is filled with clutter as well as pastel colors. I have really been embracing some light pastel-y colors, and I thought, why not do a build like this before we get into the thick of fall, which is also one of my favorite seasons. I, just love a little pumpkin spice. Not necessarily the coffee, but I love the candles. I really, really do. So I had a pretty good time getting through this build. Guys, I really want to pat myself on the back because I just saved myself a massive freaking technical difficulty. So I don't normally catch those before it's far too late. I myself have had to re-record several voiceovers. I have had to scrap several videos, and I have really been in the trenches when it comes to the technical aspects of this YouTube channel. But I am so glad to report that I apparently am living, growing, and thriving, except for today. I'm going to tell you guys about what happened. I'm probably going to talk a little bit through the speed build, but I fear I must share this information with you all. I had to lubricate, my bad, guys. So as many of you may remember, I happen to work a 9-to-5 corporate job. I am a corporate queen. I am leading the scoreboard this quarter as well. Don't mean to toot my own horn, but thank God, because one thing that you shouldn't be doing at your corporate 9-to-5 is leaving early without a good excuse. I may have had one of the most creme de la creme excuses to leave work early. Why, you might ask? Well, let me tell you. I'm sitting, I'm working, I'm grinding, I'm trying to just be the best version of myself when I get a little chime on my cellular device. So I look at it. It's the Ring camera notification. I said, that's strange. My friend Morgan, who lives with me, is definitely not home because she called me while I was at lunch and was walking me through what she was shopping for because she had to go to the mall in order to get some shoes for this dress that she's wearing to a wedding as a guest in Texas this weekend. She's not home. So, what could be occurring at my home? Let's check the good old trusty Ring cameras. I can't even. To my complete dissatisfaction, I find a young woman. She kind of appears as though she just woke up out of bed, meaning like maybe I just sleep like this, but she had like a very large oversized t-shirt on and some little chanclas, and her hair was up like she had maybe just woken up. And she took it upon herself to waltz her happy booty into my backyard and steal my bicycle. My bicycle. Guys, I'm going to tell you this right now. I am not a seasoned criminal. But if I was, I fear I may have been smarter than this young lady. Because if I was going to steal a car, I would certainly not steal a lime green Ferrari that is very distinct, easy to spot. I would probably steal myself a white Corolla. You walk into a public high school parking lot and you tell me how many white or red Corolla or Toyota Camrys you see. Probably a lot. Probably a ton. Well, I just want to let everyone know that my bicycle it's a lime green Ferrari of bicycles, okay? My bike is pastel baby blue, and it has a matching baby blue basket, a cup holder with a phone holder. This bike is beautiful. It was a birthday present. And she just came into my backyard and stole it from me. I am actively watching her commit this crime. There is nothing I can do. I am watching helplessly. And I don't live in like the best area, so the police response time isn't always the best here. So I call 911 and I'm like, hey guys, what's up? Just want to let you know someone's taking my bike. And they're like, yeah, what's the address of your emergency? And I'm like, this is my home address. They're like, yeah, but what's the address of the emergency? For some reason, I was really having a difficult time explaining. I was like, hey, I'm watching this on my Ring camera, but we finally were on the same page and they were able to get the information down. I'm racing home, but I'm far. Okay. I am still following traffic laws because I'm afraid of driving. I'm afraid of authority. I'm afraid of speeding tickets. Do you know how expensive car insurance is? There's only so much a girl can do. So I get home and like any logical gal, I drive around the neighborhood because I could just tell by this lady's getup, she must be living in the neighborhood. Like she was not dressed for crime. This was a crime of opportunity, right? So I'm obviously like driving around. I'm like, I'm going to find her. Because one thing people don't know about me, I have an unlimited PTO plan and I have 1,000 white burning suns of rage living within me. So she actually did pick the wrong one today. So I'm calling. The sheriff's officers come. We do our little report. I show them pictures of my bike. And they were like, yeah, this is a really distinct bike. I was like, yeah, I know, right? This is not no white Toyota Corolla. Okay. So I'm pretty pissy, but I do what any logical person does. I took the rest of the day off work. I scooted my butt down to the electronics store, bought myself additional security cameras, bought myself some other stuff. You know, like I'm basically home aloneing my house because it really wasn't about the bike. Well, okay, it was about the bike, but it was about the principle of stealing the bike. So I'm pretty hyped up. I'm mad about this all day. Well, Morgan gets home. She's showing me what she gets from the mall. One of my other friends was here. They go to leave, and I've already showed all my friends the security camera footage. I would even insert it here for y'all because I just want to I can't get there yet. Guys, I have to stop. One thing at a time. Anywho, this friend is leaving my house and had seen the security footage, and I was like, I think this is her. Well, obviously, like the psychopath I am, I walk out of my house with no shoes on, and I just start following her. What's she gonna do? You want to piece me up? These paws, lethal. So I'm following her and she immediately notices me. And she looks kind of familiar. You know, I do live in my neighborhood, so I have a distinct car. I try to be friendly. I wave hello. You know, I have a routine. And she seemed to know exactly who I was because we were standing in my driveway when she walked by and we made eye contact. I don't care about subtlety. I call my friend Morgan. I said, you can track my phone location, get in your car, follow us too. And then I call the non-emergency number and they're like, please do not pursue. And I'm like, well, you want me to just let this lady like run all amok? I don't live in a small neighborhood. I don't live in like a couple streets. You know, I live in a major Florida city. Like I want my bike back. So I'm like, I'm just going to follow this lady home. And she can either give me the bike back the easy way or, you know, we can fight about it. I don't know. This might not be logical. I was not thinking logically. I was pissy. I was mad. Then, as I'm following her, this lady makes me mad. She starts trying to like duck in between people's cars. I said, I don't think you know who you're dealing with. I don't know if any of y'all have ever seen my calves, if you've seen my Instagram, but I have some calves, okay? I can move. I'm an athlete. Well, I'm on the phone with the non-emergency people and they're like, do not pursue, blah, 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 blah. I was like, okay. Finally, Morgan catches up to me. We're in the car. We're like, yeah, this is what they said. Let's just go home. Da-da-da-da. Well, on the way home, this lady had evaded us and made it back to a local park because I was like pretty sure it was her, but I wasn't 100%. You know. Well, you know when I was 100% sure? When she walked up to my bike in the park. So, logically, Morgan and I, also to set the scene, my friend Morgan was in the sorority and was wearing like a Delta Kappa, whatever, like sorority crop top thing for this stakeout that we're having across the street from the park. We looked very conspicuous. And we're staking them out. We have many photographs of them on my bike, riding my bike, using my cup holder on my bike. I was pissed, okay? So, you know, we call the police again and we're like, hey, do not have the deputy meet me at my house to like get the update. We've got the update. We've got them, boys, okay? I don't know if I get a special tax write-off for doing the sleuthing or what. But the sheriff's officers came out and they did manage to retrieve my bicycle, which is now sitting in my dining room. Safe and sound, okay? Who steals a bicycle? Okay? But I'm going to back you up a little bit because I want you guys to fully know that I actually have all the time in the world and I believe in revenge. No restitution, but good old-fashioned revenge. Before this had happened, there was a little bit of a break in the time between the first police report when I got home and then by the time we had seen this lady again. Probably like 3 hours. Well, in that time, I obviously, like a logical person, took screenshots of the camera footage that I had of her taking my property from my house. And I ordered like 38 by 10 photos of this. Now, what was I going to do with those? What am I still going to do with those? Because this is not over. Revenge, people. Obviously, the logical thing is to continue with the posters I was going to make. I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm not going to even fabricate a story where I am a good guy in the story. I am not. I am not. I am filled with rage and vengeance. And I actually have zero empathy as to why this lady took my bicycle. Sue me. The first round of posters were definitely going to have some profanities about the woman who decided to victimize me and my bike. This next round of posters, because I will still be putting them up, because this lady lives in my neighborhood. I've probably waved at her before. She just was strolling 12 o'clock in the afternoon and said, you know what? I'm going to take her bike. And that to me is about the principle. So if she decided to use her free will to steal my bicycle, that's okay. I'm going to use my free will to arts and crafts like I like to do with all those pretty photos of her that I printed out at CVS because I spent good money on them. I already paid for them, so I'm going to pick them up. And I'm going to let everyone else in the neighborhood knows who thinks that they can steal my bike or my Halloween decorations or my Amazon packages that they actually cannot. And you're probably wondering, that's oddly specific. Yeah, because this is not the first time I've had anyone steal anything from my home whilst not home. But it might just be the last when I'm done with these posters. I'm going full, like, Easy Ace. I don't know if any of y'all have seen that movie. It's kind of old and it's a little raunchy. But I am making a scene. I am making a scene because I actually think that it is absolutely ridiculous that she came into my backyard and she took my bike. Took my bike? Take this whooping. How about that? Anyway, that's really my story. And I will tell you, my boss really had a lot of empathy for me, but he also thought it was kind of hilarious. And he felt bad when I told him that like things were getting stolen out of my yard. And he was like, yeah, definitely go home and like deal with the police and deal with this. But then when I sent him a photo of my bike in my living room with the caption, I got it, he called me immediately and told me that he knew if anyone could get their bike back, it was me. I'm like, thank you very much. Please remember this when our yearly evaluation comes up, because I will be asking for a raise. And I want you to remember that not only did I have a good excuse, that was the truth, I also handled business. And how this feels like a LinkedIn post. How can I translate my skills? You know, I'm looking for a 12% raise. Anywho, I have really yapped through a large portion of the video. That's probably like not the best thing. But I don't know if you were noticing between my epic storytelling skills. Don't tell me if you didn't like them, because I was really worked up and that was speaking from the heart, okay? But I also love a little pastel cluttered family build, and this family home ends up being really functional and really playable. As you can tell by the overall style of it, it's kind of like a ranch style home. I don't know if this is exactly a ranch style home, but it's like a single story, like everything's on one level home. And I prefer to play in those, especially when I'm playing like a legacy challenge or anything when I have multiple Sims with children, because if you have ever tried to carry your infant down the stairs to give it a bath, then you have been tested in a way that many have not, okay? It is a treacherous battle to try to get them to cooperate. And it's like, you are covered in feces and you're crying and the state is threatening to take you. Please let me bathe you. But no. So I prefer to stay in a one-story house. I also like that you don't have to like constantly click through the levels and like find all your Sims. But overall, I think this ends up being a 3 or 4 bedroom house. 3 bedrooms? I think it's 4 bedrooms. 4 bedroom, 2 bathroom house, which ends up being really cute. And I just love the pastel color scheme. Something about it just screams light and airy and like very girly and kind of feminine and soft. And I just love that kind of natural style. Growing up, my parents' house, it's not like this anymore because they redid it a few years ago after like a hurricane and stuff. But when I was living there, when I was a small child, the house was very just like kind of dark. Like we had dark floors and like a darker green paint on the walls, and we had dark furniture. If you come into my home now, even though like the coat of pink on the walls is like a little like moody, but that's what I was going for the office because it's such a contrast from my house. But my actual bedroom is like cream and baby blue and this like really pretty like burnt orange color, but it's like really soft and girly. And that was the vibe I wanted to bring in every element of the house. The room we're doing right now, this is like a teenage girl's bedroom, is kind of what I imagine. I am obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with it. If I could do my room like this right now, I probably would. I try to go for like a more adult ambiance, which might not even make sense. I don't know. I feel like if you saw it in real life, you'd be like, yeah, I kind of see like this is not giving teen girl, tween girl. But this room is so cute. It's also a massive freaking bedroom, which I can really super appreciate. I like the way it really comes together. I believe we have this teenage girl's room, and then I believe I made a child's room in that middle room, and then a toddler's nursery for the final room in the front. But I'm trying my best to just make sure every aspect is relatively cluttered. That can be a little difficult sometimes because I know that like your Sims don't always function the right way when there's a ton of clutter, but I love the way that those homes look. I don't know if you guys have ever watched like Jessica Pye on YouTube, which she makes some of the most cluttered and incredible builds. I'm absolutely obsessed. And the level of detail that she puts in is something I just do not possess a talent for, but I was really trying to like draw from some of her inspiration. And just seeing like the way that she makes a house look like a home. That's the only way I can really think to describe it. But there's lots of like micro alt placing. And that's one reason this house is not very large, but it actually did take me a while. I think the footage before I sped it up was like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, which a house like this size would normally take me about an hour and 20 minutes. But I was really like focused in on the details. I really wanted to stick to the theme throughout. And one thing I really appreciated and enjoyed was the fact that I didn't just stick with like pastel yellow or baby pink or baby blue. It was just like pastel in general. So it still feels very inviting and not all samey same. Because sometimes I think I have the tendency to kind of be like, oh, I'm using blue today. And then everything is blue, but not in a cute way and kind of like a weird way. And that was able to be done with the brand new kitchen clutter kit that came out a few weeks ago. I was actually like still kind of on my little hiatus that I took for several reasons when that kit came out. So I bought it recently and was kind of just like going through it. And can I just say that fridge, enough said. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I will like make sure to really hone in on it when we do the tour. But I can only tell you guys how much I love that stinking fridge. It is the epitome of like a family gameplay thing. I feel very much kind of two ways about the kits because I really enjoy certain aspects of them. And some of the kits, they gag me. They've got me so hard. The kitchen clutter kit. I really love the book nook kit. Holy cow. And I don't really necessarily think the $5 is justified for some of the clutter kits. Do I have them? Yeah. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Sorry. Please don't come at me. I'm so sorry. But because I like some of the content in them, I think it would definitely be a little bit easier if some of them were maybe mildly larger, or even if they did sort of kind of go on sale, because the packs or the kits specifically have started getting better as they have really honed in on game creator kits, or creator kits, if you will. They're just like better, like the little Simsy cozy gamer kit. Obsessed. I love it. But, you know, I like the clutter kitchen kit thing. I can't ever remember the names of them. I deeply apologize for that. But we have been zooming around. We're kind of getting into the end of it as we finish up the backyard. I use these little fairy lights from the toddler stuff pack, which I am obsessed with. I don't really love a lot of things in that pack, but I do love these stupid little string lights. And I'm just making like a little cozy vibe for us. But I know we have bounced around quite a lot throughout the build. But do not fret, because we are going to jump in game for a live tour, and I'm going to let you really hone in on that beautiful fridge. Okay, team, we have made it to the final build, and here she is in all her pink cluttered glory. And because I yapped so much, there are some really key things that we probably kind of glossed over. Maybe you saw them, maybe you didn't, but I want to start with just like a little 360 view of this beautiful family home, highly playable. Love this little like pretty pink siding from the base game. I really hope that next time they give us like a base game refresh, they would maybe consider giving us some more siding swatches in the base game, specifically this skinnier siding compared to the thicker one that is in the base game, if you know what I'm talking about. Because I just think that like I use them a lot, and I would love like 40 more colors of them, you know, specifically pastels. But there was no limiting packs, as you can maybe tell. I use this really cute little hopscotch game from the For Rent pack, as well as various bikes from the game, just giving it that aspect like kids are out here, they are thriving, they are not stealing people's bikes, but rather they are playing with their own. Then as you come up the stairs, I actually wanted to add this like fun little detail. Like maybe their folks kind of hang out here and do handiwork. But over here, I made this kind of like, if you've ever seen a mommy influencer, you know how they very frequently leave out snacks and whatnot for delivery drivers? That's what I was going for. I used this little cooler from the Outdoor Retreat Kit, this stool from Laundry Day, as well as this little snack bin. I think the snack bin is either high school years or base game. And then to just kind of go with the storyline a little bit more, I used this box of cluttered packages, and then like this little pretend sign that maybe says like, thank you for all you do, please take one. But I thought that was a really fun little touch. Felt very realistic, at least from my chronically online little corner of the internet. But when you come into the house, we have some other main characters, and that is our kitchen, where we really went in with the brand new kitchen clutter kit. Ooh, I meant to delete that because I didn't like the way it looked. But I used a mix of the cool kitchen clutter, the cozy kitchen clutter kit, all the kitchen things, anything with the word kitchen in it. I was doing my best to really hone in and use a lot of. But I really enjoy the way it came out. I even used some of this clutter from the newest kitchen kit, the cereal boxes and the little baking thing. And I love these little pot holders. It all just feels like very realistic. I hate that it is hidden behind a $5 paywall, but it paired really nicely with everything in the story I was trying to tell. This fridge, please look at it. This is the creme de la creme of the freaking kit. It is so stinking cute. I love all the various swatches. I love that they gave us a plain one. It's very sleek. But like college, more college, we have light swatches and colored swatches, and I'm just, my heart can't take it. I love a little pre-cluttered moment, and it paired really well with this stove from Growing Together, which is one of my favorite in the games. Comes in some really beautiful swatches, like, so stunning. Then I have like a little eating kitchen area where I use this from the, I believe it's called the Cozy Kitsch Kit, which I'm totally going to butcher this, but it's kind of giving like a Scandinavian. I put that in quotes because I don't know if it's totally wrong, but like this vibe, it's very like minimalist, wood tones, white tones, very bright, light, and airy. And I paired it with the matching chairs in this beautiful pastel color and tied it all together with this multicolored rug from Horse Ranch. And I used some more clutter. I used this like little lunchbox thing. Maybe a kiddo didn't finish his lunch and wanted to finish it at the dining table with the oldest kid who is maybe doing some homework. Like this is the catch-all be-all zone of this home, the heart of the home here. Then we have this like kind of little hutch area. I love these cute little freaking paintings and whatnot from the newest kit, as well as the creme de la creme, the grocery bag with lots of other clutter. You guys know how I feel about doing an entryway. I think it really helps your Sims family home feel very, very lively and lived in. So of course we have backpacks, lunchboxes, grocery bins. We have these things from the everyday clutter kit, the little mail Empodium thing and the bags, shoes. We have key clutter, water bottles, workout gear, the whole nine. And then continuing on into the living room, this is where things got a little tripped up. I do wish I'd cluttered a little bit more, but I really just liked like the overall vibe. It felt very minimalist, but still very warm. Sometimes I think minimalism can feel a bit cold. My home is not minimalist at all. It's very eclectic and warm and cozy, but I do really gravitate towards this style. I, again, used a lot of things from the Cozy Kitsch kit. I believe the chairs and the coffee table, as well as this little like armoire thing, is from there. And then you have this TV, which is from the deluxe kit, luxury deluxe kit thing. I don't know. And then I believe this is from the Casanova, the Don Lothario kit. The sofa. And I just have some board games, some magazines, lots of books, and whatever, knickknacks. Oh, there were two of these. Hold on. There we go. We got that all fixed. Sometimes when you paint the walls for whatever. Oops, speaking of paint the walls, things just like randomly delete. Moving on in here to the primary bedroom. It is an explosion of color. I really like these little armoire things. They felt kind of almost like not built in, but like they're just supposed to be there. They fit the vibe. I absolutely adore this bed from the new For Rent pack. And I thought it paired really well with some of the other various items in game. This ottoman is from high school years, and I used her a lot throughout the build. They obviously have a little ensuite where I really wanted to get into using the newest bathroom kit that was just released because I hadn't really gotten to explore with it at the time of building this. Then we have our little hall bath right here. She's gorgeous. And that brings us into the youngest child's room. This is a toddler's room with cute little like pastel everything. I absolutely love this armoire from For Rent. I thought it paired really nicely and tied in all the various pastel colors I was going for. Then we have a child's room. This room is so fun and it's so yellow. I've really been liking yellow. I wouldn't wear yellow. I don't know if I would have a yellow room in my house, but I can appreciate it for what it is. And it feels very fun. Like this is somewhere I would want to hang out if I was 10, 11, 12. And on to one of my favorite rooms in the entire house. What happened to my mirror? Why are various things just randomly deleting? But I wanted to make this feel very moody and angsty, like every teenage girl has been before. Go ahead and throw that little mirror in there. But she's got posters and clutter and makeup. And I just feel like the girl who lives here doesn't not know what she wants to be. She just wants to be everything all at once. Like she wants to do music and theater and sports and dance and just all the things. She just doesn't want to be one thing. That brings us out into our little cozy area. I again use this little fireplace, this grill from the toddler stuff kit because holy cow, she is adorbs. She comes in really cute colors. Too bad she comes with the toddler stuff kit. The toddler stuff pack. Good Lord. And then we just have a couple outdoor activities, the water slide, some swings, and a bee keeping area. But that is the overall house. I'm really happy with how it came out. It feels very playable, very loved, very lived in, and every single aspect. But as you can see, I did try to put like a lot of care and detail into it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys like to listen to me ramble, but I have lots of funky stories. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give her a tad little thumbs up. You know, I love when you do that. If you would like to hear the epic saga of my revenge plot for my bike thief, or maybe you just kind of dig my builds, that's awesome too. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you're nice to each other. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.